It always felt like something was fucking breathing on the back of my neck, dude. It was fucking horrifying.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Even when I would go take a piss,
like
and then the shower
out.
curtain would fucking move.
I'm still
like, dude,
weird.
There's like activity, man. It's fucking like.
I still get weirded out. Like going to the bathroom in the middle of the night, I just instantly grab my cell phone, turn on the flashlight, and walk.
No! Okay, fun's over. I want a name.
Gene! Oh, come on. You know I don't go into the bathroom at night because of the shower ghost. Ah, that's him.
So we're here with Mr. Todd Sheetz.
Yo.
How are you, sir?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Pretty good, pretty good.
It's like a.
It's the old school trio.
Yeah, it's like a reunion.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. So this is the I Should Be at Work Right Now podcast, and I think this one we're gonna go back into ghosts.
Yeah.
If you listen to our older podcast, the one from like 2 weeks ago, we talked about Todd Sheetz' house.
The infamous demon house.
Yeah.
Yeah. We used to get real high there.
Yeah. But that's not really what we're going to be talking. Well, no, actually, it might be tied into that.
It plays into it.
It definitely,
Yeah.
it had something to do with it. Get blasted out of your mind and think you're a ghost. And,
Yeah. So.
but then something touches the back of your neck and you're fucking you're like, that's real.
Or you get a nice right hook to the chest in my room.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Chris.
Yeah. That we actually discussed that on the last one I went through, because like my most horrifying thing that ever happened to me was at your house when, like, do you remember me knocking on the wall?
Dude, it was so weird because like I woke up. It was like had to be like 2-3 in the morning or something like that.
Yeah, and we didn't go to sleep that long ago. Like I was
Yeah,
still
it was like
awake yet.
it was like a half hour.
Yeah,
maybe.
and like you were sleeping already.
And I just hear like extreme banging on the wall in between the two rooms, and we're like, "What's happening?" And then I go in there because like, "I gotta get out here, You're just frantic, and I had no idea what was happening.
Your house was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And like, I'm like, Todd, get me out of your house. And I was saying too, like, I could have just left, but I was so scared.
Yeah.
Like, I opened the door, someone's gonna get me. So I was like, I gotta wake up Todd. He's gotta help me out. Like here, like get the fuck out of here,
man. Hey man.
You're like, you gotta take me downstairs. You gotta get me out of here. You just got in the car and left, and I didn't hear from you for like 2 days after that.
Yeah.
You called
At
me
least.
and told me about it.
Yeah,
because
probably.
all the shit that was when I was like coming over a lot too.
Yeah.
And you were like, dude, it's fucking like Chris just had a crazy. I remember you calling, and then I was like, I fucking knew it, man. You know,
It
I
was-
was like, it's fucked up there.
Yeah, that was always like when we were. I heard you say like when we would sit there just hanging out and like the door would just start vibrating and
Yeah, dude.
things would
That
move.
could have been air though.
Yeah, it could have been.
That's what I was thinking, but it just adds to
It
it.
was just
Like it's just like
always
freaky.
weird. You just hear like a random bang in the house, and
Yeah,
I had no pets at that time, so I don't think. Maybe like
No.
my really old fat dog, but
maybe, but he never really left the
yeah,
room.
he didn't.
though.
He didn't move. He just
Yeah.
laid.
Well, the thing that you told me too, which I'm gonna ask for like one of your, like if you ever had an experience besides like the ones that like involved us. But do you remember you told me it was like a week or two later, like DVDs being whipped down your
Oh
stairs?
yeah,
in the
I had
middle
that
of the night?
like, it was like a 2-foot high thing that had like PlayStation 1 cases in it. That was like next to in my room, which you had to go up the steps, turn left, walk like 10 feet, and then you're in my room, and that's where that thing was. And it just flew down the basement steps in the middle of the night, and like that has to be picked up and taken
Yeah,
far,
yeah.
and then set at the top of the steps and pushed down.
Well, how did you guys actually wake up? Did you wake up
Just
to what
loud
happened?
crashing, yeah. It was
Did
just super
both
loud.
you and your mom wake
Yeah,
up?
I think we just met in the hallway. We're like, what was that? And it was just
Yeah.
those discs all over the floor. And like the whole thing went down the steps.
What about Paul? Did he?
I don't think he was just like in a drunken sleep. He probably, he probably didn't wake up. But it was
Bobby, quiet down now.
like not that my girlfriend now, like before I ever told her anything that ever happened with you or anybody in that house, she would tell me like, I can't be in here alone. Something feels like it's like following me, like being weird with me. And I was like, after that point, I was like, well, this happened here, and then this happened here.
How did she react when you told her that?
She pretty much like knew something had to happen.
Yeah.
And random things happen to us now. Like not that long ago, we woke up to my door like banging open, which happens because our cats just go crazy, like slam into a door
At night.
but it busted open in the middle of the night, and then like our bed shook as if like something was shaking the entire bed. So we both sat up and we're like,
what the fuck?
What was that? So I checked around because sometimes my cats will like claw at the side, but
but they're not gonna shake the whole fucking
it doesn't
bed.
even move. You just hear it. This
yeah.
I didn't hear. It was just do like the bed shaking. So we just sat up and then we kind of talked for a minute and both fell back asleep, and then it was fine. But
what is it with that being so scary? Why, like, that to me, that fucking, like, the bed shaking thing, that scares the shit out of me.
yeah, it was really weird.
Like, somebody could be totally lying, like, and tell me that the bed bed shook, and I'm 100%, like, terrified.
Yeah,
it was a pretty intense rocking, like enough to wake us up out of a sound sleep, both of us.
Yeah, dude.
So it wasn't like something my head was making up. It was like we both felt it.
The only thing I could say, like, I'm not saying I didn't have, but like it happened to me not too long ago here, where the couch shook, but what it ended up being was an earthquake.
Well,
I looked it up.
Yeah.
But the chance of it being that is so unlikely.
That happened like a lot of years ago. I was sleeping and I woke up at like 7 a.m. and I was like, why is my room shaking? I looked outside and all these people are like out there like, oh my God, what's happening? And then I found it was like an earthquake.
Yeah. You're talking about the one that happened in like 2012 or 11 or some shit like that.
Ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
I was at work for that.
Yeah, and I felt the floor shake a little bit, and I was like, what the fuck was that?
And then usually if you like hear an earthquake or something happens, you like just check social media. Everybody's like, you guys feel that earthquake? When that happened, nothing happened.
Yeah, so
that was documented.
Well, that's what I mean. So then, and that will always be documented, like, especially if it's shaking the bed, other people experience it, it's going to be posted somewhere. So that's just like weird shit that happens. So have you had anything else happen, like the time period that me and Colin had experienced stuff? Like, did anything ever happen before that or anything?
Not really. Like, our houses aren't even that old. Like, it's like 30 years old. I've lived there for like 20 some.
Yeah.
And like my grandfather, you remember him? You used to see him. He passed away in the living room, but he was like the most friendly guy. So I feel like any of the bad stuff that ever happened to anybody was not like if his spirit was there.
Yeah, and that's what we said too, because we're like, oh well, his grandfather died in there, but why the hell would he be trying to like scare the shit out of people?
My mom's even said in the middle of the night she's pretty sure she's seen somebody walking in the bedroom in her room. And, like, she thought maybe it was him because there was never anything bad happening to her. She just would see things all the time. Or, like, somebody just standing in the doorway when their door's open.
Fuck, man.
But it's always, like, friends that something happened to. Like, our friend Josh Shumway, when we used to hang out, like, do the same thing we did, just be up all night, like, smoking, doing whatever. And he'd have to leave. He would text me when he got home, and he's like, dude, something followed me out your front door. He's like, I sprinted
remember you telling
home.
me that, yeah.
He was so scared every time. And he only had to walk, like, a block, like, down the street. And
even when you would come down and, like, let me out, I still, like, you'd be behind me or I'd be behind you and something still, it always felt like someone was fucking breathing on the back of my neck, dude. It was fucking horrifying.
Yeah, I don't know what
Even when I would go take a piss. And then the shower curtain would fucking move.
I'm still like, weird.
There's like activity, man. It's fucking like.
I still get weirded out. Like going to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I just instantly grab my cell phone, turn on the flashlight, and walk. It freaks me out every time.
I used to hold my piss for so long, and I had that. You always had a big ass jug of water.
Yeah, no, you chug water.
Yeah, I still do.
Yeah.
I drink a gallon a day. It's not even noon. And fucking. Yeah, I just remember just always having to piss so bad because I would just sit there and be like, I don't even want to fucking go out in that hallway, man.
Yeah, but the thing that's really weird to me too is, like, even when we were younger, I never experienced anything like, dude, we used to have like the neighborhood kids. We would sleep over your house like every weekend, every weekend, every day we'd be there.
Shit didn't happen back then.
No, that's the thing that's weird.
Like I had 6 kids in that tiny fucking room.
Yeah, and
all over,
and just fucking with people, whacking people with fucking like sticks or like wood
blow darts.
Yeah, dude. But like none of that shit ever happened. It was until like I was in my 20s or our 20s that weird shit started happening there. Like anytime before that, I don't remember anything.
Yeah,
don't remember anything.
Nothing
weird.
ever happened.
Never felt
to me.
creepy.
You let some fucking goth kid in and you put a spell on the house or something.
Something weird had to have just happened one day.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's strange. Like, where did that all happen from? And like, it seemed like everyone had a kind of experience there. Like, it's
almost every single friend. I don't know about like other people, but quite a few, at least 5 or 6, have had like. Just felt weird. Feel like they were followed at least. Some people had like physical experiences.
Yeah.
Just weird stuff.
Kept me coming back.
Yeah.
No, you know what it was? We were good at Halo.
Yeah, we were good. Yeah.
And we played a lot of fucking Halo in those days.
Yes, we did. Bring the memory card over. Like, let's do this fucking split screen.
I didn't even like playing it anymore after it was like not we're not doing split screen. I don't want to play.
Yeah, dude, that shit was the funnest shit ever,
It's
man.
like, you want to go online and play? Yeah, we could do that, or you could like come over and we could go online. And
Yeah,
play.
it's even better.
Yeah, it made it harder because we had the tiny little screens.
Yeah, but it didn't matter. It was so much fun.
It was so much more fun.
Yeah, your TV was all fucking.
It was
jacked
tiny.
up
It was a
too,
tiny
yeah.
TV. It was one like the rounded screen, old school.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
But you're playing Halo and then something fucking sticks its ghost dick on the back of your neck and you're like, ah!
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! The mailman.
Yeah.
Tell this story because I totally forgot
dude.
about this.
Yeah, that was
What do you
super,
think that's from?
Well, I don't know. Something might have been wrong with that dude, but like my dad used to drink with him like at a bar or something, so he knew my family well. And one day he's like, "Hey, can I stop and pee in your house?" Because our house was like, our mailbox was like the middle of his day. So he's like, "Can I come in and pee?" We're like, "Yeah, sure." Next thing we know, he just doesn't come back out for like 15 minutes. We're like, all right, something must be wrong. So we walk in and like look, and he opened the basement door and just took a step, went down the steps, and there was just blood everywhere. There was like a chunk of meat with hair on it.
There was head meat on the.
There was like
step.
bloody hand, like he was trying, because it was pitch black, so he didn't know what he was grabbing. There's just like bloody handprints with hair on it.
What the fuck was he doing?
I don't know. He
went the wrong door.
He used that bathroom every day. You either open the right and go pee, which he did almost every day, or you open left and just walk into darkness, and that's what he did.
He just went there thinking that was the bathroom and just fell down the stairs.
Flew down, and then he just ran to his truck and drove away. And my dad called, and he's like, "You got a driver out there that's not doing good."
Do you think something happened to him, like where he got freaked out?
He don't know. He quit being a mailman after that day.
Jesus fuck. See, that's why I asked about it, because it's like, dude, that he got fucked up.
Yeah, he was,
because there was still head meat on your steps.
Yeah,
and
we were cleaning up blood. Yeah, the broom.
Yeah.
He was like
Came
sliding
that
to get up with the broom.
Yeah.
So he used your bathroom before that
a lot of times, at least 30, 40.
It's not like he didn't know where it was. So what really happened to him? And why did he freak out that bad and just run and not be like, hey, shit, I got fucked up? Like, he just ran out and just left.
Yeah, he just left, and I don't think he ever delivered mail.
Dude.
He never delivered mail like after that day. We got some other lady.
Todd, that's fucked up, man.
That was one of the weirder things that ever happened. It was me and Corey just chilling up in my room.
Yeah,
Corey.
And it just Corey Hay.
Corey Hay. I don't think you ever met him.
I know.
Oh, you met?
to.
Oh, yeah, you did. You did.
And it was just, I didn't even hear the bang happen though. I just hear my dad yell up like, "Hey, something's wrong." Then we went down. We're both like,
murder
there's
scene,
just
dude.
a dude covered in blood, just all over.
Dude, that's fucked
and
up,
it's
man.
wooden steps to cement, like no carpeting,
yeah,
nothing.
it's straight down.
Yeah, your basement was like pretty, like.
It was like a dungeon.
Yeah.
We would hang out there all the time, but it was never scary down there either. It was just, we would always turn the lights off.
Would just fucking throw shit at each other and fuck each other up, like
throw darts at people that are in a cardboard box.
Yeah. Oh man, dude.
I don't know how.
So fucking stupid.
I don't know how nobody died.
You remember the chair thing we used to? We did pile on a chair.
We broke at least 4 nice recliners.
Yeah, dude, we were down there one time. The only time I seen like Margie get really angry at us, and like we did a lot of fucked up shit at their house. Like another one, real quick. Do you remember when we were using the tiki torches as javelins?
Yeah.
And trying to kill each other?
And it tore through the top of the swing.
And your mom didn't really say something, but when we were broken those things, one was your grandfather's.
Yeah, it was just like an old chair.
Yeah, and we were piling on it, falling on it, breaking shit. She was so fucking pissed. But anyway, I guess it's not really relevant to what we're talking about. It's just something stupid. But we would do that shit downstairs, and like I never felt creeped out whatsoever.
No, we used to stay up all night long, like every night, and
yeah.
never have weird experiences at all.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah, it happens like in the Halo days. That's when it all started. Right?
It was just like one time. Just weird things started happening, and then we just started noticing.
Well, I know when I only stayed over a few times.
Yeah, you usually would leave in like the middle of the night. You weren't like a sleepover person.
Well, my parents wouldn't let me stay at your house because they knew what we were doing. My parents, like, I used to have to like fight for the right to go over to Shepherd Hills, man. Because they were like, "Oh, you're just gonna go over there and get high." I'd be like, "No,
we're playing Halo."
But we are.
Get a ride back, and I'm blitzed out on my fucking mind. My parents like,
even when you had the black Jetta, you would come over and leave. But that's when scary things were happening too, like when we hear bangs.
That's when it was the worst, man.
That's weird.
Because I remember being at your house one time when I did stay over, and you had to go down and do something with your parents, and you were like, just hang out and listen to music. And I was just sitting in there listening to music all by myself and nothing. Totally fine, just listening to music. Like,
so it's just weird times too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like another thing that happened once was I was hanging out with this kid Kyle, and like we were both going downstairs, but I didn't realize he went into the bathroom. So I went down the steps and like I went into the kitchen. I saw somebody walk from the kitchen to the dining room because it was all like a circle. So I followed him. I was like, dude, come here. I was like handing him something, and I followed him from the dining room into the living room, and I got to the end of the steps, and he was walking down. I was like, dude, I just followed you through this house.
And like, it was.
He's like, I've been in the bathroom. He's like, I was taking a shit or something.
See, that's fucking.
And I was watching like a person walk through. I feel like I could hear the person walking through my house.
Because it's such a vivid like image. It wasn't like see through. Like you actually thought it was like a person.
An actual like. It would just always catch it leaving the corner. Like when I turn in that room.
And that's the way it always happens too, when people see like ghost sightings. It's like they catch a glimpse of it, and then you realize like, oh shit, that was no one. Like, what the fuck? My question though, like, is what do you think happened that caused that? Because if you didn't experience it, like, the entire time you lived there up until that point, what do you think, like, do you have any ideas? Like, what would make this start happening out of, like, just randomly?
Yeah, I have no idea, because we never, like, did any, like, Ouija board stuff or anything, like...
Yeah, but did I don't know, we were friends with some weird kids, man.
We were friends with a lot of weird people.
So, like,
I would have weird people over, but...
Like, fucking Frank? Did he, like, come over and, you know, do like, some crazy juggalo...
Yeah, I have
Dark Carnival.
Yeah. We chilled a lot of juggalos at that time.
But it's weird because we listened to ICP when we were kids, man. None of that weird shit happened. Like,
no, but like, you know, freaky people. Like, I'm not saying he did some juggalo shit. Ghosts
that's what you were implying.
Yeah, no, I'm like, some people are in the weird shit. Like, maybe somebody came over and fucking.
Yeah,
like, could have been my ex-girlfriend.
Out of the core group of friends, we never had any friends that did like Wiccan stuff or any sort of like...
But you had a lot of people over. That was one thing. Because actually, because there was always different people there. Like, because it's Todd's house. Todd Sheetz' house. We go to Todd Sheetz' house, hang out. That's what we do. So, like, you don't recall ever having anyone that, you know, like, that you are aware of like, weird shit they would do or anything like that.
Maybe it latched onto one of us just because we were all into ghosts.
It could have. But we weren't even, like, super into Ghost at that time.
I wasn't at all. I mean, I was,
remember? I was always
I'm pretty sure we would watch, like...
crazy-ass videos.
Yeah, we would, like, download stuff on LimeWire of, like...
yeah, that's
videos
true.
of, like, that ghost in Penhurst that, like, runs at the screen, runs back.
Dude, I remember, like, because I was into that stuff, too, and we used to watch it. Like, that week I lived at your house.
Yeah.
We watched, like, that Fear show and shit.
Oh, yeah.
But, like,
crazy.
We were always into that stuff. Like, well, not even overly much, but, like... I don't understand why it would have happened then, though. Like, it's just so strange. Because you knew the people that lived there before you.
Yeah, we met him, and we knew...
I knew that kid, too.
He
was that weird kid.
I forget what his name was, like Ryan or something.
Yeah, I don't
Sounds
remember.
Like a fucking weirdo.
Well, he was...
But they only lived there for, like, not even 10 years, probably.
Yeah, and like, it's
And it was, like,
strange.
a brand new house before them.
Your grandfather passed away of what?
He got some sort of, like, stomach cancer, but then... They didn't catch it in time, so it just rapidly spread through his body. So, like, they're like, he didn't ask him if he wanted to go in, like, a nursing home or be with family. And he's like, of course I want to be with family. So he came to our house, got drastically better, and was just, like, walking around. They were like, you're going to die soon. But he just started walking around the house, being healthy, lived way longer than they said. And then one day he was like, this is it. He made me leave the house. Me and, like, Jack went over to my Aunt Betty's house because he's like, you guys got to go, because he knew
that he was going
to die that night. And then that was the only thing that happened. He just passed away.
Do you think in some way it's tied to that, like just some kind of energy or something? Not
I mean,
per se him?
It could be the reason. There's, like, he's still there because it was his favorite place in the world. Like, with me, my mom, my dad, our dog at that time. But, like, even when my mom would even say when he first passed away and our dog was really old, but he lived for a while after that, he would, like, sit in the spot because he had, like, that hospital bed in the living room.
Yeah.
He would sit there and, like, be happy and, like, wag his tail, kind of look like he was doing the same thing he did when he would talk to my grandfather, as if somebody was there. Like,
so it might be some kind of energy. You don't know.
It could be just, like, stuck in the house and it just bangs on stuff.
Yeah, it's like, hey, what's up, man?
I don't know, dude. Like, it never felt like... It always felt fucking scary.
That's what everybody always says.
Well,
scary,
dude, I can tell you for a fact I met your grandfather a decent amount of times. I never really talked to him, but he never came across mean or angry.
He's just a
super
like,
nice guy.
Positive Dutch
and
dude.
The shit I experienced at your house that night was not, dude, it was fucking the most terrifying thing.
It was the most scared I've ever seen a friend.
I was, dude. I told them in the last podcast, the one a couple times ago. But like, I drove home with my interior light on and my rear view mirror flipped up
I
because
did that one
I was
time.
terrified.
I remember talking to you days later, and because I had no idea what happened other than like you had to leave, and I heard banging, like a lot of banging. And I was like, I don't know what just happened.
Yeah,
and then you told me.
I drove home, and like I actually stayed at Amanda's house because she was living at home, and I stayed the night there. And I actually I shit you not, I was crying a little bit because I was so petrified. In a rational mind, I could not figure out what happened because when I saw that figure on the ceiling, I jumped up and I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, it felt like someone punched me in the chest and all I heard was like a deep growl. And I'm like, dude, for a couple seconds, I'm like, dude, think rationally. I can think rationally. How do I explain what just happened? I couldn't. So like, it's like all that fear just all at once and you don't know what happened. And like it was the most freaked out. I've had weird shit happen to me, but not like that, dude.
Yeah.
And I was wide awake, and like it was the scariest thing I've ever experienced, ever.
When he called me and told me about it, it got even more scary for me.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
Now you're like, fuck, and
I was
I'm
like,
not the only one,
dude. And was that was the time where I almost fucking clocked your mom because she scared the shit out of me in the hallway at like midnight? Was that before or after that?
It probably, I don't know. It might have been after.
I almost fucking railed your mom right in the nose, dude. Like
It is scary when she just peeks out of that room when
Yeah,
you're
it's
walking down the hall. Because it's just a woman in like a gown. You're like, it's a ghost.
I didn't hear her.
Yeah.
And she put her hand on my shoulder, and it always felt like someone was right behind me. So I went, and I literally wound up, like I was.
Margie, oh my god!
And I was like, oh my, and she fucking went, ah, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, like I would never do that, but
How dare you?
was that? But yeah, why would I ever do that? But fucking, like, was that before or after this shit happened to Chris?
I don't know. It might have been after.
Probably.
I thought it was.
So
I thought
up.
almost that stuff was after because like because I remember your mom saying to me too, like, "What did you bring to my house?" Like jokingly,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What if it is me that brought something there?" Because I've had weird shit happen in my entire life.
Yeah.
You said that.
Yeah,
a
but
long
like,
time
what if
ago.
it is? Like, that's strange. But like, why would it never happen before? And I've had weird shit happen to me my entire life.
Yeah.
So I was like, what if I did? But like, how would that all of a sudden now be a thing? Like, I
Just rolled up to my house and stayed there.
yeah.
I want to move in here now.
Like, oh, this is nice. This is a nice suburban area. Let's stay
There's a
here.
lot of weird kids to fuck with.
yeah.
Maybe he just liked weed.
Probably.
Super
Just-
contact
just-
high.
Just huffed the room.
Or maybe it's karma for all the times we fucked with people in the neighborhood and destroyed shit, and now it's like just karma coming back to be like, fuck you
Nah,
guys.
dude, I don't.
I'm
Yeah,
not making a serious point there, Colin.
we got our karma back. So
I didn't.
I
Not
did.
yet.
I did.
I feel like I did.
I did in the sense of like getting really bad anxiety, but that's just from me doing stupid drugs.
Yeah.
So I mean, besides, dude, all the shit we've done to people's property is literally outrageous.
It was. We would
it's
just
bad.
walk around the neighborhood all night long, just
smash shit, break shit,
fucking
fuck with
everything.
people. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you guys were bad.
Yeah, we
It
were
was-
pretty
it was
bad.
Really, really fun.
And
to
then,
come
like-
over and
I
do
know. It's like, dude, we go to shit, we're gonna fucking break shit.
we always had like a friend that would just take it a little too far, and then we'd
Yep.
have to run and hide somewhere.
Yep.
that. Conscious.
Yeah.
Don Chess and Justin were fucking
Somebody took
Dude.
like a garbage can filled with water
yeah.
and propped it against somebody's door, and then rang their doorbell. So when they opened it, their house got
We
flooded.
called it waterboarding. We took
with,
a
like,
camera. and Jack
gallons
was
of
there.
water.
I don't know who else. I remember
That's
Jack being
fucking
there.
bad.
We went to the older part of Shepherd Hills, which is like, for people that don't like, there's like a newer Shepherd Hills was like a development of townhouses, and then there's like the older Shepherd Hills, which is like the bigger houses, the nicer houses.
Yeah, that's where Christine Taylor grew up.
I don't know who that is.
Ben Stiller's ex-wife.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's
That's fucking
yeah.
crazy.
He's from Allentown, isn't he?
Oh, no
He's
shit.
not. She is.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, I met her. She's super nice.
I know he comes here a lot because he's rooted from here.
I never knew that. That's so weird.
She's a fucking gorgeous woman, man. She was super nice too.
I
Yeah.
didn't know any of that information. That is pretty crazy.
We always felt like jealous of those, not jealous, I guess, but those people had like the big individual fancy houses, so we'd always go there and fuck with their
Yeah,
stuff.
that was the place where we did it. Oh, but back to like the thing called waterboarding. Like some of the doors would open in, so you would prop a big like recycling bin.
So fucked up.
Yeah,
and
with
those are like
water in it.
40 gallons.
Yeah, and we would you filled it all the way up, and then when they opened the door, and all it. And I remember looking at it with the camera, and they had hardwood floor in like the very part of the thing. And the stairs went up, and it just pours in, and I just remember the guy, "What the fuck, dude? Water is just pouring in." And I'm like almost pissing my pants laughing because it was so fucking fun. But it's terrible. If someone did it
Yeah,
to
it
me,
was so bad.
that's such a terrible thing to do to a human. or to anyone. Like, that's fucking terrible. But it was so funny at the time.
It's because we watched Jackass too much.
Yeah, it was CKY and Jackass.
That changed our lives, man.
It ruined everything.
Yeah.
In a good way, I guess.
Yeah,
but
it was fun, dude. It was fun. The shit we do, shopping carts every weekend, fucking breaking shit.
We broke every tree in the CVS parking lot from the shopping carts.
Yeah, and then they were running into them. You remember when we did the poo dollar?
Yes.
Yes, that was funny.
Mommy,
it smells like shit.
It was outside of CVS.
So
yeah,
I missed a lot of that shit.
Yeah, well, dude, as soon as we found CKY2K, it changed everything because we were already assholes to begin with. But this is like, dude, we have to like imitate everything.
That made us all get like a video camera.
Oh my god! Remember when Jack Bauman? We did little skits and everything. Like that's just what we did, and it was the best childhood ever. It's like I still recite things that happened from back then because they were so fucking funny. The shit we would do. It was just so stupid.
My mom found one and like we weren't home and she plugged it in the VCR because you had to use those little cables plugged in the VCR and then you could watch it. And it was like us starting a huge fire in the bed of my dad's truck.
Yeah.
We got in so much trouble.
Dude, we had like my mom laughs about it too because she's like, "Hey, do you guys still have those videotapes of you guys doing stupid stuff?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I think actually Matt still has it, and we're gonna try to put it on a CD." And like,
I wish.
I think he still has it, so I gotta find it because I'm like, dude, I'd love to watch that. That shit was fucking ridiculous.
There's some good ones, man.
Yeah.
The cookie sheets while people were sleeping.
Oh, smacking people with the fucking...
just taking the cookie sheet right up to their ear and just fucking wailing on
It was not safe to sleep in that room. I was lucky because I could lock the door in my
and
actual
you got away
bedroom.
from it.
But you guys were just 12 people piled in a room
and just fucking with each other, like waiting for someone to fall asleep so we can like hurt
watching
them.
backyard wrestling and CKY.
Hell yeah, backyard wrestling
Dude,
was the
do
shit.
you remember this line? Get in the bar and smash ass!
Yeah. The one thing he's like beating a dude with a box of waffles.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't even like waffles. He's just hitting him with it.
Then all of a sudden there's some like random naked chick.
Yeah.
Dude, yep.
Some
it
dude,
was literally like Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah.
Like, this is what it was.
It would always,
like,
the match would start by a dude walking out of his mom's trailer, just with face paint on, walking to the backyard.
Fucking great. So the ghost came from all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, residual energy from like just random nonsense like
From
that.
us being bad.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't do a lot of that bad shit with you guys. I came like when everybody started smoking pot was like that's when we stopped doing all that.
Yeah,
bad
once
shit.
like drugs got involved.
Yeah, it kinda,
mainly just weed, and we would drink and stuff. We just chilled, played video games,
and
watched
just
stuff.
like didn't really fuck. We would just like walk around and stuff. But like for years before that, like when there was no drugs involved, it's just like
that was like our
rebels
high.
without a cause. Yeah.
We would have to do illegal stuff just to like
to get that that good feeling.
And then once we discovered like Robitussin, we would walk the neighborhood all night, but as like zombies.
Oh,
yeah, like fucking robo zombies.
You would love that shit.
What did Matt call it?
It was my favorite thing in the world.
Matt called it robo hanging.
Dude, I don't know, man.
One of my favorite days ever
was
with Colin in Mike Troxel's house. The first time you did it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things ever.
That was one of the greatest days of my entire life. I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
wait, why? For like what? Like in what manner? Like just
it was just such a crazy fucking that expanded my mind to a whole nother
He was
level.
just gone. Like I found you
I was
in the
so gone, dude.
You were like in the bathroom throwing up. You're like, thank you for checking on me.
That's what it does to you, dude.
I threw up and I felt
it makes you feel way better.
I felt so good.
Chris is like the king of barfing.
Yeah, dude.
But I fucking at McDonald's, bro.
Yeah, that
fucking threw up everywhere.
Parents had that fucking rug. You know?
It was like different color circles.
Oh my god, dude, and that thing was amazing. It was like the craziest shit, you know?
Dude, we did that shit for a year straight almost.
Almost every day.
Yeah. The weirdest one I found too, because the first time I did it, I asked you guys, and you guys didn't even second guess. I was like, "You guys want to take some pills?"
I knew nothing about
like, it. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
You're like, we're gonna take this. We're gonna go walk like a mile and meet this kid at a park in the middle of the night. And I was like,
and it was like an adventure.
I was
it was
whatever.
like a fucking
adventure.
adventure.
I remember we were like stuck in a bush and couldn't get out. It was just
dude,
exciting, man.
It is weird.
I remember you telling me too. It was funny because like, dude, you were like, you went downstairs and your dad was downstairs and like you fell, and you're like, he's like, Todd, what are you doing? He's like, I'm picking up chips. There's no chips.
You could not like control your.
No, everything happened like snap.
You think you were acting fine, but if you would like look at somebody else who was in the same spot as you, you could clearly be like, that person is
fucked out of their
because your
cord.
pupils are so big.
You're like.
You're like have like a fake smile. You don't know what's happening.
Yeah, you're just a zombie.
You look the most confused you've ever been in your life.
And you are, dude.
But then you couldn't feel pain, so like people would. That same night we did it the first time. Chi
burned himself with a lighter and shit.
Just
Yeah,
melted himself. Didn't feel. He's like, this is awesome.
Yeah, and dude, that's dude, the most retarded. I can't even remember being 16. I don't really remember it that much. I remember I remember certain parts of it.
I don't remember it at all.
All I knew back then was when I was going to Shepherd Hills, I was gonna have a fucking good time.
Yeah. Dude, we used to find random parties with Eamon. We would just randomly be there, and like we're in this house with these fucking people that are like 10 years older than us.
We're just hanging
drinking
out.
beers and stuff, and there's all these weird people there, and we're like, dude, what are we doing here? But it didn't matter because you didn't really comprehend what was going on.
I remember walking in. We were on like either pills or Robitussin, and somebody just handed me an unopened bottle of wine. They're like, start chugging. I was like, is it okay to mix these two together? Fuck it. Just chugging. And it was not okay to mix them.
Yeah, fine.
Fine now, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it did some like long-term damage.
Yeah, I got really bad anxiety from it. That fucked me up pretty good.
Yeah, I went through like a spell of like, I still have the panic attacks, but I went through like a period of like 3 years where they were like debilitating. Like I could not.
I had the same thing where I couldn't get out of bed because like I ended up having really bad like health anxiety because I always think I'm dying.
I still do it.
Yeah, I think I have cancer all the time and shit. And
My girlfriend can't stand it. She always is like, you're perfectly fine. I'm like, no, I have the flu. I'm gonna barf. I gotta go somewhere. I have a fever.
Yep, I have the same thing. And the worst is like I used to always look up on like WebMD.
Yeah, worst thing.
And immediately, your back hurts. You're dying from cancer in 12 different spots.
You almost always have like colon cancer when you're on WebMD.
or MRSA.
Dude, I told the doctor about
cancer
that.
and MRSA.
And he's like, how do you know so much about this disease? I'm like, because I have it. He's like, well, where did you get this information? I was like, WebMD. He's like, stop it. Just fucking stop it. Do not look at that site ever again. And I'm better off because of it.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I got my degree on that website.
Yeah, like
I would always Google like, why is my temperature this? And they're like, well, reasons could be nothing's wrong or this.
You're dying.
I'm like, oh, I got that. I have that.
I go to the worst extreme, and that's what like my health anxiety is. I always am assured that I'm dying. I actually went to the doctor one time because my shins had lumps on them, even though your shin bone is just naturally lumpy. I'm like, I think I have shin cancer. And the doctor just looked at me like, dude, you are a fucking idiot.
It sucks. The anxiety sucks. That's like the only thing I regret mainly is like that and the panic attacks.
Yeah, I know that's what it's from because what are the chances that you have it and I have it randomly? It has to be because of that. So
yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of things about it, and like it messes with your like central nervous system, and like ours has to just got thrown way off balance.
It's from fucking
it's
from your vaccines when you're a baby.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Fucking, you don't get vaccines. You don't need them. It's a government conspiracy to control your mind.
Robitussin demons in your home.
Now we're going on an Alex Jones binge. We're doing it. We're doing it. Yeah, we're doing it.
I would love to hear his take on this.
Dude, he has a take on everything, and they're all hilarious. That's why we need to do a podcast about that, because it just, like, literally, like I told you, he's like a literal walking meme. That's all that dude is, and it's so
who makes really awesome noises for no reason.
Yeah, dude.
Takes his shirt off.
Dude, like, when they do the one, they cut him, and he's like, "Fight me," and his shirt's off in their fucking studio. It's like, the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Monsanto!
He's a great man.
Super funny.
Yeah, he's a great man. But let's get back to this ghost.
Yeah. All right, besides your house, have you ever experienced anything anywhere else, really? Like, in any manner?
Not really. Like, the only other time, which it was probably like a homeless person, was like we used to hang out. We went to this like abandoned house. It was like me and Kyle and a few people, and we would just go there and like break down walls for some reason. People are always like, people were like, "Oh, dude, don't go in that house. It's haunted." We're like, whatever. And we went there one day, and we heard like walking upstairs, and we couldn't find somebody that was with us. So like, it's just them walking. We go upstairs, and somebody like screamed, and then we heard like do like light footsteps just run, and then we all ran out of the house. And they're like, "Dude, I saw somebody," and that was like the only other weird thing that's ever happened to me.
That wasn't the abandoned house where all the dogs turned up dead.
No, it was like in the middle of Macungie, like in the middle of these woods. It was like an abandoned house.
That was it. That was the
house.
house.
Really?
Yeah. Remember somebody killed like 4 or 5 dogs and they like
probably
grams into them and shit.
That probably is there.
But they blamed Jason.
But that was way
Everybody
after.
was blaming Jason.
Who's
Simpson.
Jason? Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was all like, wearing all black and like. And they like,
I can't picture him doing that ever.
No, he would never.
Dude, I stumbled upon him in the middle of Philly the other couple weeks ago.
Like, he just pops up.
He was just standing in this. There's a really awesome place called Rittenhouse Square for like best place to play Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And we're just me and my girlfriend there playing. I look up and I was like, "Hey." And he's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" I was like, "Pokemon Go." He's like, "Me too." It was such a weird play. I haven't seen him in like 15 years.
That's so fucking weird. Of all places,
Looks
like you just find each other.
He looks exactly
the same.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen him in a while, and I saw him in like the last time I actually spoke to him was in like June, and I was like, wow.
Dude, the thing that's weird, he ended up exactly the way I thought he would end up. Like, just the way he turned out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. To the T.
We gotta get him on this fucking thing.
Dude, I'd love to have him on.
Man.
Dude,
yeah, he's like,
he
does like stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
like,
he does
he's been in
man.
pretty popular bands.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get him on here, man. He's a fucking funny dude.
Yeah, he's
get him all fucking drunk and shit. And wild.
Get him all liquored up.
I've always wanted to have like somebody come in my house or me myself take like an EVP thing and
we should
just do it.
That.
We
yeah.
definitely should. Cause,
yeah, I was just about to say, why don't we set up like why don't we get like a camera?
Yeah, I would
put it in the hallway, dude.
I'd be down with anything because I want to.
No, that scares the shit out of me too, though, man. Because I haven't been to your house in what, like,
very long time,
almost 10 years.
What if something did happen though? Would you be? Would that like fuck you up though? Like,
probably not.
You'd be okay with it? Like,
I think so, as long as it wasn't like we catch something, look in the camera like I'm gonna kill you.
like, the voice is like a fucking demonic fucking like.
It would probably
shit,
bro. Terrify my girlfriend because she's already like uneasy, but still to this day, and she's been there like 6 years.
Yeah, yeah.
It actually hurt you, man. Like that's intense.
Yeah, you're the only person that ever had a physical. Experience.
Well, besides your fucking mailman, but you don't know what happened there. But I mean,
that was fucked.
It was physical, but like
he brought it in.
the fucking mailman, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like a Vietnamese fucking thing trying to get your dad.
Yeah, he has a lot of heavy baggage from back in the day.
Fuck yeah, dude, he was a Nam. Didn't he go back?
He was just there like.
Was Vietnam or the Korean?
No,
War?
Vietnam War. He was there like majority of the time.
Wait, when was the Korean War?
I don't know what year.
50, yeah, never mind. It was definitely not in the 50s.
Yeah.
But he was there. He went in himself when he was like a teenager, and he was there until he was late 20s, probably. He was like a long time.
He did more than one tour, right?
Yeah, he had to have. He went all over the world because like his famous thing is he's been arrested like in every part of the world for just being drunk and doing something illegal.
That's fucking great. So maybe it is. Maybe it's something.
But, like he's seen the most horrific things.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god, yeah, dude.
Stories just he's told me are terrifying, and like he was shot, pushed out of a helicopter while being shot. Like,
fuck
He's
all
got
that,
heart,
man.
right?
I have no idea. I don't know. He doesn't like talk much about things. I feel like there's a lot I don't know.
Yeah, he used to make jokes about certain things. Remember the one on like the rice paddy field? It was like a cow and someone blew it up or some shit. Like I remember stories like that, like where he was joking around, but like your dad does it in a weird way.
Yeah.
Where like he's not laughing, but he's like you can tell he's being sarcastic about it. And I remember those stories. I remember laughing at them, but I never heard him say anything about like an actual war thing.
The only like one time he ever like sat down and just ran through like a couple like how I never knew. I knew he got shot, but I didn't know like the story of him getting shot.
Yeah.
And he told me that, and it was pretty nuts. And like his best friend died, and he had to deal with that because he was there for it. Had to drag him around. So like that shit's nuts.
Dude, fuck all that, man. That's crazy. And like
that's some shit that we just don't understand.
No, that's a different mindset of a person too, because like he didn't seem like he was like affected him that much. I'm sure it did, but like he didn't show stuff like that.
Yeah, I know when he first came home, he would say like he would just go to sleep, and to wake him up, you couldn't be anywhere near him.
Oh,
he would just wake up instantly, put you in like a hold or knock you out. So
he before it was called like PTSD, he had that.
Yeah, he just had like
shell shock.
Yeah. In Vietnam was shell shock.
Yeah, he was real messed up, and like came home with like a ton of guns, and then my mom made him get rid of them before I was born.
Yeah. So has your mom experienced anything?
Not really, other than just the things that like she'll always say she hears somebody talking. Yeah. Like I'll come home and she'll be like, I didn't know you guys weren't here. I heard somebody having a full conversation downstairs.
Yeah, but no one was downstairs.
No one's in the house besides her and 4 cats and a dog.
You that big mirror on the one wall in the living room.
Yeah, it's still there.
Dude, that fucking mirror.
When you walk by, you're like,
yeah, dude. Every night, I would purposely tell myself not to look at it because I knew one night there was going to be a fucking red fang demon like, ready to suck my soul out of my asshole. Like
it's gonna get me.
Like Jesus Christ, dude. Like almost every time I left, like, and I was stoned. Yes, I was very high. But every time it just felt like something was literally just like right behind me, like
just like there.
And then when I got out the door, it was gone. You know, just like
yeah,
and
totally
like
fine.
lifts and like all that feeling of like being scared and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I only had it that one night. I never had another experience like where I felt uncomfortable there.
I don't think you ever slept over after that again, did you?
I didn't. No, that
I
was the
remember
last
it was like
time.
a long time you didn't even come back over. After
No,
that.
I didn't for a while because I was so freaked out. But like, I never stay at your house ever again. I used to stay over like at least every other weekend. Yeah. We would play Halo all night.
And at least we're there almost, especially when you lived in the neighborhood. It was 24/7.
Yeah, I dude. I tell everyone like. Marjorie was my second mom. Like I lived there.
She was like everybody's second mom for a long time.
Second mom. Like, what are we having for dinner tonight? You got some juice boxes? All right, some Capri
She always bought juice boxes for everybody.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Pretzels and Nutella.
Yeah. Oh my god.
We would eat all the food in that house.
Yeah.
I was talking about the one. Do you remember when we were downstairs when I really high throwing cupcakes in the ceiling fan?
we destroyed. Were you there when I got in the phase of like thinking I was good at throwing knives? And I just stood in the kitchen and would throw them and stick them in the wall.
Yeah.
And then it went good for a long time. There was a million holes she never saw. And then Chi was like, let me do one. I was like, no, you're going to break something. First one he throws shatters like where the light switches are.
Yeah.
Broke the whole thing. And I was like, oh, Mom, Chi fell and he broke this. And she's like, what are all these holes? And I was like, fuck.
Has nothing to do with being high and throwing knives like an asshole in the middle of the night.
We would just break. We would just break everything in the house.
Yeah.
It was fun though.
Yeah, it was fun.
I just remember being so scared that your parents were gonna like catch us. You know,
they 100% had to have known.
Yeah.
Well,
there'd be like 12 kids smoking at one time, and all that would be blocking it is
blow it out the window, man.
A towel at the base of the door.
Yeah, blocking it out.
Not even like a wet towel, just a towel.
Dude, it even got to the point where it was so lazy we used to blow out the window, but now we were just sitting blowing it towards the window.
We would put like a fan in, a little tiny fan that blew outside.
There. But I think the only time you got caught was what? With like. It was my brother, Jack, and like it was outside, wasn't it?
On the back porch, yeah.
Where your mom fucking was.
Because her window was open, and she could smell it and hear us like lighting lighters and coughing skunks.
Like, Mom, no, it's skunks. I sweir.
I always was just like, Mom, it's just this kind of incense I got from Spencer's. That's all it is.
Yeah, that only worked for so long.
Yeah, I know.
You used to burn the fuck out of those things.
Non-stop.
That room was crazy, dude.
The walls are still. I still have posters up that were there from that time, and if you move them. The paint's so bright in the back.
Underneath because
the back,
of all
like
the shit on there.
The room was like lime green. Now it's like a dark green.
Cigarettes in there. Too.
Yeah, people used to smoke a lot of cigarettes.
I would smoke cigarettes, and I remember that light and just blowing out the window and ashing in a can. Cigs inside.
Because I had a futon, so like people would just ash. On the side.
Dude,
I used to ash in my shoe.
And just like fucking put your foot in there, whatever.
Yeah, and then just flick the butt out the window. You know.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Jesus, it's a long time ago now.
I wonder, man. That so it's still so your girlfriend feels like uneasy in the house. Huh?
Yeah, still all the time to this day.
What else has happened to her?
It's always just
feeling
just very unsafe feeling, like somebody's following her, just in the same room as her.
Yeah.
That's what it always was, man. Your bathrooms, your shower curtain always moved too, and like that could be air. You know what I mean? But
it's still just weird.
It just always felt on top weird, of it. Yeah. And once you told me the story about him, then it got real weird. And then we'd start watching like ghost videos and shit, and you'd get even more scared.
Kind of like feed into it at that point where it gets actually worse.
There was a time shortly after she like moved in there where I left to go somewhere to like a show or like a concert, and I came back and she was just outside the whole time, stayed outside by herself. She was too scared to go back in the house. Because she's like, something was after me in there. I can't be in there. So she spent hours outside.
Just freaked out.
Just sitting on the back porch.
Man.
See, and I never got like the feelings. I would always have like bad feelings. I would see like shadows, hear things, feel rumbles, but like.
But it never really like made like off-putting where it was like scary for you or anything.
Yeah, nothing
like
ever.
The bed shaking thing, I would have been out.
Yeah,
it definitely freaked me out. But like,
I would have moved the next day.
You're like done.
Fuck this.
Yeah, it was weird.
Get you in your sleep. Not a fair fight,
who knows what happens? Now you can never tell if it's a cat just going nuts or like something weird happening. Because they do weird stuff. Like they'll just sit at the top of our steps, like with their ears tucked back, like jumping up, swatting at absolutely nothing. Like somebody's dangling a toy, dragging them through the house. They'll follow.
That's the other thing that always weirded me out. Like when my dog was still alive, it would stare at the ceiling, and we talked about this too, like watching something, but there's nothing there.
Yeah.
And I've watched even videos on like YouTube where cats are following something, and there's two of them, so they're both looking, and there's literally nothing there.
Half in,
and
half out.
Yeah, they're chasing it, climbing the walls, looking at it, and there's nothing there. So what are they seeing? If two of them are seeing it, what the fuck are they seeing?
Another dimension, man.
I don't know, dude. It's fucking weird.
The ghost dimension.
Yeah, cats are wild.
Well,
Yeah,
didn't we watch?
weird.
What the fuck did we watch? It was a scary movie. Like we got real high and we watched something. I think it was like the fourth Con.
Oh yeah, I wasn't able to sleep for
I
a little
watched
while
that as
after that
well.
movie
That
Yeah.
really fucked us up.
because that was during like the peak of people saying weird stuff happened in my house. And then I would.
Yeah, that's what happened to me. I drove home the first time high ever was from that, and then we actually talked about that as well. And I was so scared I slept in a giant parking lot because I didn't want to go on the back road because I was so terrified of being abducted by aliens. Like it was.
That movie was fucked.
Yeah, dude. Because when we first watched, that was the first time I ever watched
I thought
it.
this shit was real. Too.
So did I.
Yeah, so did I.
I didn't know it was like a fake thing. I thought it was like an actual real recording of that
It looks like it.
Yeah, and it was meant to be that way. But I remember watching. I'm like, man, that's fucking real.
Yeah, they did.
Damn,
a good job.
bro.
They did a good job
Yeah.
in that movie. Way to go, guys.
Dude, and they made them too like the Sumerian aliens, like where they're from, like they were just talking like this weird, fucking evil language, and you're just like, oh no, it was terrible.
Necronomicon ex mortis. Yeah, dude. Fucking. I just always remember just like I am fascinated with this shit, and I'd like to be scared to a certain point.
Yeah, but when it's at home, I don't want to.
Yeah, but I used to like push us to watch scary shit.
Yeah.
You know?
But I just don't like when the point when I like being scared, but then not dealing with it later.
Yeah.
Where like I want to be scared right now, but I don't want to be scared when I'm in the middle of fucking sleeping and weird shit is happening.
That's
like,
when I
fuck
worked at
that.
Blockbuster. Flashback. That fucking
Blockbuster
yeah. I
video.
used to get 5 free rentals a week, so we'd just like, you know, like I'd come over with a baggie and 5 fucking movies and
Just watch horror.
some Halo 3.
Yeah. Make a night of it.
Such a bum. It was great.
Even like the first Paranormal Activity when that first came out,
That movie is fucking horrifying.
it made me
dude.
weirded out by stuff.
Dude, I saw in theater that had a panic attack. One of the worst panic attacks I've ever had was from that movie.
That movie's horrifying. All of them.
Not all of them.
Yeah, I don't know about. I didn't even see the newest one where it's like an actual movie with like that
Yeah.
Spanish kid. I didn't
No,
see
that one, the last one
That
with the
one's
Spanish
the
kid.
marked ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I actually
There's
like that
after
one.
I didn't
too.
even see that.
That one was actually
Yeah,
really
that was-
good.
Yeah, it was scary. I watched it by myself on a Sunday night, drunk, and like I did not sleep very well.
Yeah.
That night. Yeah.
When the Conjuring first came out, we went to the movie theaters to
That
see
was-
it.
that was good.
I had an actual panic attack in the movie theater.
Which part? The door?
I don't even remember
The
which
door
part.
scared the shit
But
out
like
of
I
me.
the
had my
scariest part of the whole movie.
sweatshirt. My
Yeah.
sweatshirt was like up over my face. I was just sitting there.
My heart's pounding. No, what ruined it, that movie for me, though, is when you saw her on top of the dresser. It took away all the scariness for me. Like when you
Yeah.
saw that little kid thing, I'm like, oh, like it fucking. But
No, what ruined it for me was the exorcism. There's always a fucking exorcism.
well, like
in all
that.
these
But like,
movies
dude,
now.
when they cracked that door and she's like, it's right there. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna fucking shit my
Yeah,
pants. I'm
and
so
you don't
scared.
see it, and you never see
Yeah,
anything.
yeah, and I
that is the
fucking-
scariest part of
fuck
that movie.
yeah,
hands
dude.
down, dude. And the girl looks like so convincing. Like,
Yeah,
oh my
yeah, and it's
God.
like, dude, it's like
That,
it's
that
right
little girl
there.
was fucking good, man.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That was a good scene.
The second one was really fucking good too. I love the second
Yeah,
one.
it didn't scare me as much because like
Yeah, I don't think it
nuns-
scared me.
It
as
didn't.
much.
It's going on like
Nuns
more of a
don't-
normal
yeah.
horror movie, but like
Yeah.
it looked good. It was actually a really.
I thought the old
really,
man was way scarier than the nun.
The old man. Where was it?
He was in the house. The old
Oh,
man was
oh
there.
yeah. Okay.
I thought
okay.
he was way scarier than the nun.
I don't know. The nun fucking freaked me out, dude. The end, with the fucking yellow eyes. Dude, fucking.
Did you see that movie Mama?
Yeah, yeah.
That movie freaked me out in theaters.
Dude, I like that movie.
It's
I
good,
just watched
yeah,
it not
it's
too
good.
long ago. That was a really good movie. Just the way the kids movie and how she would pop through the
Yeah.
floors and shit. It's like. We were talking about before. Did you see it on Netflix? It's called Ritual.
I didn't watch it yet.
No,
I can't-
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I saw people saying stuff about it.
It's almost like it's kind of like a feeling of like a Blair Witch
spoil it.
movie.
Don't
I'm
spoil
not gonna
it.
spoil it. They're in the woods and it's like this what is it, like a Nordic demon or something, but I'm not, dude, that's going to tell you in the beginning of the thing. They tell you where it takes place, but it's fucking phenomenal. Watch it. It's actually really good. I really dig it.
I saw the preview and I'm like, damn, that looks cool.
Yeah, it's good.
It got really good reviews.
Dude, check it out, man. It's like a good horror movie is like a dime a dozen, man. Usually, like most of them fucking suck ass.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I saw it in theaters too with Matt, and I was like, wow, this is really good.
That was a cool fucking movie.
Georgie,
We all float down here.
fucking phenomenal
That was a
movie.
good movie.
It had some good scenes where I felt the anxiety building up.
Yeah. I knew it was gonna be good as soon as it bit off fucking Georgie's arm.
Right in the beginning.
I was like, this is gonna be way better than the original.
I didn't think it was gonna escalate that quickly.
But it fucking did.
It was sick. Yeah, I was like, that's fucking great. And then he's waving the fucking hand at him.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was really good.
You see the meme of that? It's
I didn't
Forrest Gump waving on
Dude.
and then it flashes the Pennywise.
And then he's waving back.
I didn't see that.
Fucking hilarious, man. Oh, shit. But I'm trying to think of, like, I don't think I ever had more experiences than that, but it was like it wasn't like a one-time thing for me. It was like every fucking night, dude. Every time I came over.
That's the same for Josh Shumway. It was every night, because he was there like every night, and every night he's like, I'm so scared to leave your house.
Yeah, sometimes he'd come over. I talked
to
him
probably,
about it. Yeah.
That's weird.
See, I never experienced anything besides that one night. That was the only time. Ever.
I don't know, man. When that door used to shake, I was like, oh, that's
I saw that, though, but I always chalked it up to wind.
Yeah, it was always like, you would hear wind outside or something. Like, since we had that fan blowing outward, when wind would blow hard, you would, like, hear the fan kind of struggle, and you hear
and then the door would be moving.
But some days that window would be closed.
That's true.
It was just
that's when the shower shit would scare me, because there was no window there.
Yeah, and there's
the shower curtain would just start swaying back and forth.
Yeah,
it was dude, like I go take a shit, and like that would start. I'd be like, I wouldn't even look in the fucking mirror when I was washing my hands, dude. Yeah, I like, and I don't know how I like. Come to think, I used to be pretty fucking terrified, and like I'd still just hang out, you know. So just as long as I was in your room with you, I was good. You know what I mean?
Just as soon as you leave that shit, it's like, oh, it's gonna get me.
Maybe it was fucking Lord Worm.
Probably.
Lord Worm.
He did.
Bless you with an
upside down cross me when I met him.
There it is. There it is, bro.
Holy shit.
And I still got that tattoo on my arm when I was 15 of them.
You let it in, Todd. It's like a Ouija board.
Cryptopsy was the shit, though. So.
I'm not saying
now they're terrible. They played None So Vile in full, and we went and saw it, and it's not with Lord Worm, it's some with like long-haired dude who
was it terrible?
Just sucks so bad. I was so disappointed.
Was it really that bad?
Yeah. He absolutely, like, Lord Worm at least made like different sounds. This dude's just like the whole thing, same sound.
So like that old school like death metal where it's just like the entire time.
Upsetting.
But yeah, I remember I show him the tattoo and he's like, my son or something, like touch my forehead and upside down cross. And then he asked where to get good sushi in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, dude.
Like I have no idea.
It's crazy French Canadian. This is what they are, right?
Yeah, and he was a history high school history teacher.
No shit.
But he was also
that's fucking crazy.
A Satanist and in a satanic like grindcore
band. Was he actually
band.
a Satanist?
Yeah.
He actually was like a full on Satanist.
Yeah, he was like whatever it's called when you go to the thing and the dude like ordains you in.
Jerks you off.
What? I was like, dude,
they all just kind of yank each other's wieners and go, "Hail Satan!"
Dude, that's the Catholic religion. I don't know what you're talking about. Yanking little boys' peppers.
Man. It's all nonsense. I'm just like,
yeah, that's true.
But here we are talking about fucking ghosts.
Well, yeah,
it's a lot of people believe.
Yeah, they do.
Real.
I don't know.
I mean, a lot of people believe a lot of weird things.
That is very true. Like people believe in like basically anything you can think of. It's a religion, or people believe in it in some manner. Anything.
Chemtrails.
Chemtrails, fucking the religion of horse fucking. Like, I'm sure that's a thing. Of anything. Literally anything you can think of, humans are doing.
Well, the military, it wasn't that long ago, they had to take Jedi off of their list of accepted religions.
Wait, nuh-uh.
I swear to God. They
fucking really?
Yeah, because there's people that follow the Jedi religion. They don't think they have the Force or anything, but they believe in the Force.
In the Force being an actual
everything
thing.
Is, like everything has an energy to it, and it's a balance of light and dark, and it's kind of cool. I mean, I would be a Jedi. But.
Yeah, but it's not real. It's not like you're believing that's an actual fucking thing.
Maybe I do.
One day he's going to wake up, he's going to believe it.
Yeah.
Fucking Force choke you right now.
Force choke me. By that I mean actually choke you. It wouldn't be the Force anymore.
Oh, shit.
But I guess what, do you want to wrap it up here? Because I don't know what happens.
I guess.
Well, it's what time? You would be back at 1.
I mean, I can wait. I don't need to do it for you right then.
All right. Well, it's up to you guys.
You can switch to wrap this one up and go to another topic.
Yeah. Do you want to jump into another one?
Yeah.
Do you want to do the exercise thing and try to fucking knock that out, or what do you want to do?
Kind of wanted to talk about my Friday incident.
What, the deer?
Dude, I had I have some.
If you want to do that, and then I want to get the one with like you guys talking about like the exercise and stuff. So we gotta do this again. Then
he knows more than me.
Colin, you were the first one that we knew that fucking lost that much weight.
I remember that shit.
Yeah, so like it's perfect for both of you talking about that. But if you want to do it again another time, then we'll do a whole episode of just that.
Yeah, we can do that another time.
All right.
Well, this one's all fresh in my head.
Can you get me a beer?
Well, let's wrap this one up and stop it. I gotta pee anyway.
Okay. Well, I'll end it here.
Hey, well, let's say let's say something here.
Okay, we're gonna end this podcast here. This is about Todd Sheetz' house and ghosts. Any final words, guys, on anything?
Spooky.
Spooky. Very spooky.
Well, there's definitely something in that fucking house, dude.
One day we're gonna have to get in there.
Yeah.
I think we should do a
something.
full like recording sweep in like the middle of the night and just do EVPs and listen back to them.
Set them up in each room, like each floor.
Yeah,
basement.
I'm not doing it. Oh, you guys.
I'll do it. I mean, it ain't my house, so I ain't got nothing to worry about.
I'm down. I'll live with it.
Yeah, I mean, you'll know what's happening, so.
The bed's shaking, man. That's fucking...
Yeah.
I'm still getting chills from that.
All right, well, thank you for listening, guys. This is the end of the podcast. I gotta take a fucking piss. So, yeah. Stay tuned for the next one.
Eight.